The insidious nature of narcissistic depletion. It's important to acknowledge that some individuals with narcissistic tendencies may engage in behaviors that aim to systematically diminish another person's sense of self. This isn't necessarily about physical harm, but rather a gradual erosion of identity and autonomy. The goal can be to not only control, but to achieve a form of dominance that leads to the other person feeling depleted and erased. This process is often subtle, a slow and calculated descent into a state of feeling like nothingness. The target may not even realize what's happening until they experience a profound sense of emptiness, a loss of identity, and a lack of purpose. This desire isn't simply to remove the person from their life, but to remove them from their sense of being. Compounding this, the perpetrator may maintain a facade of charm and respectability, leaving the target feeling isolated and invalidated. Welcome and episode overview. Welcome. In today's discussion, we'll address a sensitive topic: 6 signs an individual with narcissistic tendencies may be aiming to systematically deplete you. While the phrasing may sound alarming, the intention is to provide insight and awareness, enabling individuals to recognize these patterns and protect themselves. Sign 1. Isolating through perceptions of rejection. One tactic employed can be to manipulate your perception of your relationships with others. They might attempt to convince you that you are disliked or resented, suggesting that people only interact with you out of pity. Phrases like, "No one really likes you, they just feel bad for you," can be used to distort your sense of reality. This can lead to feelings of isolation and hopelessness. They might also engage in comparisons with others, highlighting perceived flaws or shortcomings, and sparking feelings of jealousy and self-doubt. They may say things like, "So-and-so is willing to obey me and do exactly what I wanted them to do. I thought you were made for me. Turns out I was wrong." Furthermore, they might spread rumors or twist your words to create a negative perception of you, making it difficult for you to seek support from others. In some cases, the aim isn't direct physical harm, but rather creating conditions that contribute to a decline in your well-being, potentially leading to health issues. The goal is to make you feel as if you are alone and unwanted. This is not healthy behavior, it is a form of psychological manipulation. Sign 2. Weaponizing personal information. Another concerning behavior is the collection of personal details for the purpose of manipulation. They may express a keen interest in your past, insecurities, and vulnerabilities. While this may initially seem like genuine care, the information is often used as ammunition. They might distort your experiences to reinforce negative beliefs about yourself, making you feel inadequate or undeserving of love. They can induce feelings of shame and self-doubt, leading you to question your worth. They may even project their own negative traits onto you, causing you to internalize blame for their actions. This process can be gradual, leaving you feeling as though you have lost control of your own identity. They may attempt to convince you that life is not worth living, and that you are incapable of change or improvement. They may push you to a point of despair, then offer a false sense of hope, knowing they will not provide genuine support. This behavior is deeply harmful. Sign 3. The ominous gaze. A chilling sign can be a distinct, intense stare that conveys a sense of malevolence. Often described as a psychopathic stare, it can involve a cold, emotionless gaze, particularly during periods of discard. It can feel predatory, as if you are being observed with the intent to harm. There may be a sense of emptiness in their eyes, as if a part of them has shut down. This gaze can trigger a primal sense of fear, signaling impending danger. It can be a moment where you feel as though you are no longer seeing the person you thought you knew. This can lead to feelings of shock and disbelief. The intensity of this stare can convey a sense of wanting you to cease to exist. As this behavior becomes more frequent, the feeling of being hated intensifies. The more you appear vulnerable, the more satisfaction they seem to derive. Sign 4. Subtle isolation tactics. They may employ subtle tactics to isolate you from your support network. Rather than direct prohibitions, they may plant seeds of doubt about your relationships. Statements like, "Did you notice how your friend never really supports you? Your family only calls when they need something from you, don't they? People don't appreciate you like I do," can lead you to question your connections. This can result in you withdrawing from those relationships, leading to isolation. In this state, their voice becomes the dominant influence in your life. Isolation is a potent tool for control. When you are isolated and remain in the relationship, others may begin to doubt your stability. Later, when you seek support and they observe a pattern of you returning to the relationship, they may withdraw. This can lead to profound loneliness, as you are left without validation or reassurance. This loneliness can feel overwhelming, like a sense of suffocation. Attempts to reconnect may be met with rejection, reinforcing feelings of being unwanted. This can erode your sense of purpose, leading to thoughts of hopelessness, which aligns with their desire to diminish your sense of self-worth. Sign 5. Undermining your stability. They may systematically disrupt your ability to maintain stability in your life. This can manifest in subtle ways, such as creating tension in your workplace, leading to job loss, or instigating arguments that interfere with your responsibilities. They might also manipulate your financial decisions, creating a cycle of failure. When you experience repeated setbacks, they may reinforce feelings of inadequacy and worthlessness, leading you to question your abilities. This can create a sense of hopelessness, where you begin to believe that your efforts are futile, and that perhaps their negative assessments of you are accurate. Sign 6. Insinuating a sense of displacement. They may subtly suggest that you no longer belong in your current life. It's important to acknowledge that this behavior represents a profound betrayal of trust. The person you believed was a confidant is, in fact, undermining your sense of self. They may make seemingly casual remarks like, "I don't know how you deal with everything. I couldn't do it," or "If I were in your position, I don't think I would have the strength to keep going." These statements plant seeds of doubt about your ability to cope, and they observe your reactions. If you express feelings of hopelessness, they may respond with mockery or indifference, reveling in your distress. They ensure that the idea of giving up feels like your own conclusion, gradually eroding your hope until you see no reason to continue. Conclusion. Thank you for listening. If this information has been difficult to process, please take time to practice self-care. If these signs resonate with your experiences, it's essential to prioritize your safety and well-being. Recognize these patterns and take steps to protect yourself. Thank you for your time, and may your healing journey continue.